You like that. Woo!
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, by like, sharing, subscribing all of our YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell by the subscribe button on the side of your screen to get all our updated content when we put it out. You know what I'm saying? Also, you can watch the replays. They'll also be there for you. And as well, if you guys like to donate to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, there's a Cash App. $ BJ Matthews. Again, $ BJ Matthews for this fire content. We definitely appreciate all the love for the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. We got another good one for y'all today. Let's get it popping. All right, my big dog, play for keep, big bro. What's good? Intro, yes sir. Got your wrench and everything for you, man. So hope you enjoy. Get those likes up, y'all. Hit that like button so we can get the notifications out there as well. Hit that like, hit that like, hit that like. I think a couple of days ago we had one of the best lives, just in my opinion, because it unveiled. Because what I like to do when I have guest people on the show, like I have, of course, you know what I'm saying, Bubba and Bruce and Big Tone, my uncle. You had a new guy named Kanye Blades, I think his name is. He has some insight as well. You guys always seem to find another idea for the next show for me, regardless if y'all know us or not. Y'all constantly come in with great ideas, great content, great indication and insight for me to think about. And that's why I'm appreciative of how y'all on my podcast and y'all audience of my podcast. I make sure to give y'all the best quality possible. I tell y'all 100 times, I'd rather give y'all 20 great videos instead of like 50, 60 okay to mediocre videos. You got what I'm saying? But this video right here is going to be another one. I believe it's going to be another good one, another great one, actually. And it was off of what my uncle Big Tone said. If y'all don't know my uncle Big Tone, he has his own YouTube page as well. Big Tone Open Sports Talk as well. Go and subscribe to his page, man. He's a Miami Heat fan, but he's also a basketball historian, man. Very wise man. And he's the one that brought picked my brain for this topic. And it's regarding Russell Westbrook firing his agent after 14 years, Mr. Thad Foucher. Okay, now this was not planned. This was something that was, geared from one of from one of my main guys, my uncle Big Tone, and he picked my brain to do this because, again, there's the media, what they put out there, you know what I'm saying, the mainstream media and talk sports shows and stuff like that. And then there's us, the podcasters, the guys who's actually been in the realm of playing basketball, who knows certain people, behind the scenes that actually can give y'all more insight and actually give y'all more truth. Because understand this, when you in the media, sports media, they tell you what to say more times than not. Guys like on Undisputed, guys like First Take, guys like First Thing Is First, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, like these people are, you gotta understand, they're TV personalities. So a lot of times they have a script on what they have to say and what they will say, and they will actually pay money to say it. I know y'all heard that ridiculous claim of Kendrick Perkins claiming that Steph Curry was better than Kobe Bryant. I'll be cooking him tomorrow. Before I get to that, but yeah, Miss Davis, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in as always, and yes, sir, my man. But back to what I was saying. This story right here with Russell Westbrook, definitely, there's more to this story than what they were reporting. Just a backdrop: Russell Westbrook fired his agent last week after being with him for 14 seasons. So basically being here since he's been in the NBA, when he got drafted in 2007, he's been basically in Russell Westbrook's corner. I don't know if it's 2007 or 2008, one of the two. I think it's 2007 he was drafted because he's with Derrick Rose and Kevin Love and those guys. So that was in 2007. So he's been with him for that long. This guy has somewhat become family. Understand this: when you a basketball player and you a professional, your agent is pretty much the most important person in your career because he's the person that is control your money. He's the person that gets you big contracts. He's the person that pretty much takes care of your livelihood, which extends to take care of your family, friends, stuff like that. Their job is to get the biggest contract possible. And the word on the block is that these two have parted ways because of irreconcilable differences. Basically, differences that could not be mended, right? Y'all continue to hit that like button. Y'all continue to hit that like button. They had a rift off basically off of differences they just could not mend. They could not see eye to eye on. Now, usually when you talk about a player agent who's been together this long, it's a surprise and it's unusual for an agent player to be divorced after being together for 14 seasons. It just doesn't happen often, right? That's just like, what I'm saying, even a marriage. You care for somebody with 14, 15 years. It's kind of a shock when you see, all of a sudden they parted ways, they got divorced. You ask yourself, what happened? You kind of see like, it wasn't working out, or things that just didn't go to how it was supposed to go. And that's kind of what we've seen on TV with this situation. We're just hearing stuff that, it didn't work out, but nobody's really telling y'all in detail what's actually going on. So I'm going to, as I always do, go into detail, into depth on what I'm pretty sure happened just based off of my expertise, based on me being in the basketball realm for so many years and playing ball as well, and just players and agents in general. So here we go. So here's a article right here. Adrian Wojnarowski is the one who broke the news. Those y'all know who Adrian Wojnarowski is, one of the top senior writers in the NBA. He's there with Shams Charisma, Chris Haynes, I'm saying, the big time Ramona Shelburne, the big NBA senior writers. Adrian Wojnarowski is one of the top news reporters. He's a guy that, a lot of y'all be hearing, with trades and free agency, guys who be moving teams. Woj is one of the guys who breaks these stories, right? So he's the one that broke this story. As y'all can see in the headline, it says, Russell Westbrook parts way with his agent Thad Foucher due to irreconcilable differences, right? Russell Westbrook parted ways with his agent Thad Foucher because of irreconcilable differences, reported Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN. Okay, I want y'all to say with me. Foucher released a statement to ESPN citing that two are no longer aligned on how Westbrook should handle next season with the Lakers. Foucher believes the best option for next season is to stay put. Lakers embrace the starting role and support that Darvin Ham public offer while adding a potential trade and subsequent. So Foucher believes that Russell Westbrook should stay with the Lakers. So obviously that didn't go well with Westbrook because that's why they're no longer together. My man, what's good with you, Jay Ferg, works for the show, brother. Salute, my man, Pagan 180. Thank you for going on to the show, y'all. We got a good show for y'all tonight. So all in all, Mr. Foucher, Thad Foucher, had his idea that Russell Westbrook should have stayed with the Lakers. Now, understand that Westbrook is going to be earning $47 million next season. The primary job of an agent is for them to get the biggest contract possible because the agent gets a percentage of the player's payroll. That's how they get paid, from the player's salary. So their job is to get the biggest deal possible for their client. Okay? That's just business. So that's one article. The next article we're going to go through is not long. I'm not giving y'all long. I'm just giving y'all little bits and pieces of what's going on. This was the statement by Foucher. This is Thad Foucher's statement, the agent of Russell Westbrook. He says, I quote, I represented Russell Westbrook for 14 years, and I'm proud of our partnership, which include a high successful 2008 draft. So he was drafted in 2008, a supermax contract, and the only renegotiation, enter and extend max contract in history. So he's talking about his contract with the OKC Thunder. Foucher said in the statement per Wojnarowski. I also supported Russell Westbrook through his rise into prominent fashion industry figure, right? And recently orchestrated 3 successful trades on Russell's behalf, culminating with the trade to his, he said, to his other NBA teams. So he's saying with the Rockets, and then from there to the Wizards, from the Wizards to the Lakers. So this guy's been with him his whole career. Like I said, for 14 seasons, this is how long this guy's been around. So he's pretty much, I'm telling y'all, he's pretty much became family to Russell Westbrook and, you know, his wife and his children, his father, his mother, his brother. Like he's become pretty much family to these three or these people. So of course it was a shock to many. Like he just let him go, right? So that's Foucher's statement. He doesn't seem to have any ill will. He doesn't seem to have any negative thing to say in public. Okay, I'm gonna highlight that very, very clearly because I want y'all to remember what I just said. In public, he's not throwing Russell Westbrook under the bus. Okay, here's a statement from LeBron James after the the news that Russell Westbrook and Foucher parted ways. This is one of LeBron James's tweet. He said, or Rich Paul tweeted, he said it's a cold game, talking about Russell Westbrook and Thad Foucher. And then LeBron retweets it by saying, facts, cold ass game, brother. So they're talking amongst themselves. Now what's weird is everybody was talking about Summer League a couple weeks ago, how LeBron and Westbrook were ignoring each other, how they were not acknowledging each other, and they're just pretty much, they're not speaking. Now, the season before that, they were all in each other's faces. They were all laughing and joking and, with each other at Summer League and stuff like that. Now, I've been to Summer League. I was at Summer League last year. Usually, more times than not, if you're on the same team, they usually sit with each other when they're watching their team game. I know with the Clippers, I went to go see them last season. Reggie Jackson, Kawhi, PG, Luke Kennard, and Terrence Mann were all sitting in the front row. They were all together. They weren't sitting in separate spots. They were all sitting in the same with each other. That's usually how it goes. I saw with the Atlanta Hawks last week. You had DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, Josh or John Collins, and a couple other Atlanta Hawks. I think Clint Capella. They were all sitting with each other with the Atlanta Hawks. So usually a team sits with each other. That's usually how it goes. So you can kind of say it was a little strange that Westbrook and LeBron, kind of were sitting across each other for a distance. But whatever. So, again, this is an unusual situation. They're talking about this on the Lakers side. It was unusual that these two had split up. Right. And I first thought about, I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's unusual, but there's something that really was deeper that happened because they're not really saying anything. Again, we're talking about the reporters. We're talking about what's been reported. They're not really telling y'all what's really going on. And what's even weirder is that Westbrook hasn't said anything. He's been pretty much silent the whole time. The only thing he's done is like the tweet that was put out there. This is the tweet from a guy named Noah at _Raha on Twitter. He basically said, has absolutely nothing to do with the Lakers situation. That's cap. Right? That's what he said. And then he said underneath, it says the 9-time All-Star who is set to become an unrestricted agent is expected to hire a new agent in the short-term future. As y'all can see on the top, it says Westbrook has not addressed Foucher's statement, only liking a tweet saying that this split had nothing to do with the Lakers situation. Well, wait a minute. What if we go back to what was actually reported, is that these two had irreconcilable differences. It says Foucher released a statement to ESPN citing that the two are no longer aligned in how Westbrook should handle next season with the Lakers. That's what's being reported by Adrian Wojnarowski. But you got this guy saying that it has nothing to do with the Lakers situation. That's cap. And Westbrook liking the tweet. So what's going on? So somebody's lying. Is it about the Lakers or is it not? That's why I'm saying there's more to the situation that's being reported. You know what I'm saying? There's something deeper that's going on. Why these two separated after 14 seasons? I could see if it was something like an agent that just came along maybe for a couple of seasons, maybe even 5 seasons. But for you to be with an agent for 14 seasons, your whole career, and then you guys just, part ways, there was something deeper that happened. Now, This is where my uncle Big Tone came in, and he made me think about something the other night on the show. He said that these two, there's no way in the world that a player is going to get mad to the point where they're going to fire you just because you want to stay with a team. Let's just play devil's advocate. Let's just say Westbrook wanted to trade and his agent wanted him to stay because of financial reasons, or LA being in LA, his family being with the team. Like, let's just say Foucher and them had a difference. If I'm the agent, my job is to work for the client. My job is to make him happy. So if I made a suggestion to my client and he doesn't want to do it, at that point I'm going to somewhat back off. Right? And if I'm the player, if I tell my agent, you know what, I don't think that's the right route, I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, usually more times than not, that's pretty much the conversation where it's going to end. It's not going to get to the point where you fire your agent for so long, because again, this is his livelihood too, because he gets paid off of your deals. And for what I know about Russell Westbrook, he's a loyal dude. One thing you can say about Russell Westbrook, he's a very loyal guy. Off the court, he takes care of his community in South Central. He gives back. There was one story that I seen in Oklahoma where he gave this lady a single mom a car, bought her a new vehicle, paid for her insurance for the first year of her deal or lease. He's giving a lot of stuff away to his inner community. The Russell Westbrook Foundation, where he feeds kids, in his community back in LA, gives out gifts. So he has a good heart. I just don't see him firing his agent, taking food out of his mouth because of something that's not serious. I just don't see it. I don't think he's that type of person. So I think what's going on is that this agent did something that broke the code, or something that backstabbed him, and he found out about it. And he said to himself, as much as it's going to hurt, I have to let him go, because he wasn't real with me. What else has he been lying to me about? This has been a very tough year for him. I'm talking about Westbrook. And I've been saying this. The media has made his trade value, has put his trade value down. Because even if you look at his statistics, Westbrook was averaging 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's all-star numbers for an all-star. But because it's him, it's Russell Westbrook, it's not as good as, what he would be like with his other teams in the past. But they made it to the point where they made blooper reels about this guy. They just continuously raked his names to the coals. They continued to disrespect him. And now his trade values went down where nobody wants him. This is a former MVP. Just 4 seasons ago. Now all of a sudden you can't find a destination from him. Even when you talk about Washington last year, he took that team to the playoffs after Bradley Beal got hurt. When he's with James Harden had one of his best statistical seasons that year. I think Russell Westbrook averaged 27 points that season. So what he did this year has not really been any different from his entire career, which he's going to be a high energy point guard who's going to make some spectacular plays, but he's also going to make some boneheaded plays. This is who he's been his entire career. But because they need to find a scapegoat, they're using him. So this has been a tough year for him anyway. So now if I'm the agent and I do something that's backstabbing to him, I don't think I believe Russell Westbrook would, go ahead and just let him go. Westbrook probably know they all fake, and he didn't go, yeah, Ms. Davis, because here's the thing. And thanks for that too. Continue to hit that like button, y'all. Continue to hit that like button. He just doesn't come off to me as that guy. And he hasn't said nothing amongst the lines of, I'm not dealing with this guy, whatever. He's been quiet. And usually when guys who are loyal are quiet, they're hurt, or they're done, or they're both. Okay. And there's agents that steal. Y'all know that Tim Duncan's agent stole money throughout his entire career. And it took him to the end of his career to find out that, he's been doing like side stuff. He's been doing shady stuff with him. You understand what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it's been. And all in all, if you look at the entire situation, to look at the entire situation, this is not unusual. I think Lonzo Ball's agent, who I don't know what LeVar Ball was thinking, but the guy did time in prison for theft of money, and he was apparently stealing money from LeVar Ball and Lonzo Ball, stealing a lot of money from the brand, and he got fired. So am I saying that this guy stole money from the Russell Westbrook? I'm not saying at all. I think the more logical explanation is that he's been doing some stuff behind Russell's back regarding the trade talks, because he's been very adamant about Russell staying there. So Russell probably found something out that was shady, and once he found it out, he pretty much probably had to tell him like, you're fired. And I'm pretty sure it was a very tough thing for him to do, because again, this guy's been with him since he's been out of college. Because again, Russell Westbrook was not a high recruit out of high school. He wasn't a high recruit till the senior. He wasn't a big time player in college. He was playing behind a guy named Jordan Farmar at UCLA. Russell Westbrook wasn't really the scorer. He was a defensive guy. He played all 4 years at UCLA. He wasn't a top recruit there. So he's had to go through a lot to get to where he was at. And I'm pretty sure he developed a close bond with this guy because he's been with there since the start. But once you cross a guy like Russell Westbrook, I mean, he's pretty much, his morals and how he's built, I mean, he's pretty much done with you. That's just how it goes. Yeah, Miss Davis. He was Tim Duncan's agent was stealing money from him. This how this type of stuff goes. Basketball is a very cutthroat business, man. It's a business when you get to the NBA. Billions of dollars from these from these owners, millions of dollars from these players. These guys are trying to get paid, and I understand agents. They try to get their deals, their best. There's nothing wrong with you trying to get your client the biggest deal, because everybody's going to eat. But you have to make sure you know what type of person you're dealing with. Are you dealing with a guy like, who's extremely loyal to the point if you cross him, then you'll be done with him? You have to be careful. You can't go doing things behind his back. You can't be trying to persuade him to the point that, he cuts you off, because if you do that, then you're playing with fire. Again, I just don't think that you saying, oh, I want you to go to a different team, I want you to stay here in LA, is going to get you fired. No way. No way. And it'll be stupid for him and this is another thing. I don't think this guy would just up and leave Westbrook, because again, this is his livelihood. He needs to get paid. And Westbrook is obviously his biggest client, so he doesn't want to give up that money. That's why he told Westbrook to stay with the Lakers, because he's going to be getting paid $47 million. That's the biggest. He's going to getting paid $47 million with the Lakers. But I think there was other ulterior motives going on that was behind Westbrook's back. That's just my thing. I'm gonna let y'all in and say what y'all think about it. But I'm pretty good at reading people and analyzing situations, and I'm pretty sure with this situation, I'm pretty right about it, that there was something shady going on, and of course the media is not going to report it, because either A, they're trying to protect certain people, or B, they don't use cognitive thinking, or they don't have the connections to really, make these claims. So yeah, y'all keep the comments going, hit the like button, keep the likes going on this page, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. Just definitely love y'all. So yeah, it's a sad world. It's cold. Like, it's a cold game, but it is what it is. It's how the cookie crumble, man. Anytime you're dealing with big money like this, There's going to be broken friendships, broken partnerships, broken, you know what I'm saying, relationships. Like things are not going to always be 100%. I mean, it is what it is. So I'll let y'all come in here, man. Put the link out there. Again, I will be cooking Kendrick Perkins tomorrow for this disrespectful claim that him saying that Steph Curry was as good as Kobe Bryant. I will be cooking Kendrick Perkins tomorrow, so I want y'all to be on for that live. I will be. I was gonna do it tonight, but I was like, you know what? I've been putting this one off too long, so I will hold off on that. But if anybody wants to come in and share their 2 cents of the situation, feel free. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in. Somebody to come in. My man Bruce is in. My man, what's good, man?
Hey man, how you doing?
Man, it's crazy. What's your thing? What's your take?
Uh, I think Westbrook is at a point where um, he does not really trust anybody, and his agent probably people on the Lakers uh, telling him to do something. Hey, talk to Westbrook. Tell Russ. We need him to do this, and Russ is like probably doesn't want to do what the Lakers want him to do, or I don't know, maybe a buyout or accept something. And the agent was more for the Lakers than Westbrook. So the agent probably see the writing on the wall is like, oh, I need to find something else, somebody else. So let me try to cut a deal with the Lakers. And I don't know. So they offered the agent something, and Russ reminded the agent that he works for him. Well, he used to work for him, and he fired him. I think that's what happened. That's what I'm thinking, or thinking that happened.
So you said it. So you basically think that the agent walked away from him, like as you said, you saw the writing on the wall.
Uh, the agent did not respect his role. He forgot that that Ross Westbrook is the boss. He's just representing Westbrook. He's not supposed to tell. He can give advice, but he's not supposed to tell Westbrook what to do. He just needs to do what his clients say.
Yeah, man. Place what Keith said. BJ, where do you think Westbrook will land if he gets traded? I don't. I'm gonna be honest, little bro. I don't know. I have to find a team that wants him. I think Westbrook's gonna go to a team though that's like not a lottery team, but he's gonna go to a team that's not really all that competitive. I think he's just gonna go to a team that's just gonna be happy with him putting up high stats and butts and steets. That's about it. I don't think he's gonna go to a contender. Mm. So, did you think of anything when you saw LeBron and Westbrook not speaking each other at Summer League?
I don't think Westbrook and LeBron are. I don't think Westbrook is the type of people that um, LeBron hangs out with, because Westbrook is just like his own man. He's different than LeBron. LeBron needs worshippers around him, like disciples, and Westbrook was not a disciple or a fanboy, right? So, and then I don't want to bash LeBron tonight,
Mm.
because I've done it enough. But I don't think the Westbrook was part of LeBron agenda.
What you mean?
LeBron agenda is to be famous, successful people telling him he's the greatest all the time. Like Muhammad Ali. He wants to be the next Ali so bad.
Yeah. I just thought because the year before at Summer League, him and LeBron were pretty buddy. So I know Westbrook has heard all the chirping about him getting traded and LeBron possibly being behind it. I know he's heard all that. So I just don't think it's crazy to think that he says, okay, this dude trying to get me out of here. And I can't trust, like you said, I can't trust nobody.
LeBron doesn't want Steph Curry to have more rings than him. If Steph Curry ends up with more rings than him, that's a huge dent to his GOAT claim.
Well, I got news for him. The way it's looking, I would bank on Steph Curry getting a championship for LeBron. The way it's looking right now.
Yeah, I mean, we shall see. I mean, Westbrook might be okay this year. You never know.
Unless LeBron switches teams. Because I don't see him going to Golden State. I don't see it.
Who?
LeBron.
James?
Yeah, I don't see LeBron.
I think he wants to go to Golden State.
Yeah, he wants to, but I don't think Steph Curry wants him in Golden State. I mean, why would I want him there? Like, it's really just gonna benefit him. If it's gonna really benefit LeBron if he goes, I don't see that wouldn't even look right in him in the Golden State uniform. That wouldn't even look right. What's up, big bro? Really lazy. Go ahead and follow his YouTube page, y'all. Golden State Warrior fan from the Bay. Go follow my big brother. Real lazy. But nah, bro, I don't think he wouldn't even look good because he keeps saying, "Oh, I want to play with Steph. I want to play with Steph," but I don't think Steph want to play with him.
Never know. I mean, you never know. Because I think Golden State, this could be the last year we see Curry, Thompson, and Draymond Green together. Because all of those young guys like Wiggins and Poole, they want to have money. They want to be paid. So I don't think we might see some of those guys not be a Golden State. So they might sign LeBron for $1 million, a veteran minimum.
We'll see. Crazy things that happen. What's up, bro?
What's good with you?
Man, what you got with this situation, bro? There's some stuff going on with this thing behind closed doors, man. What you think happened?
Are you talking about with the Lakers shit?
With this Russell Westbrook firing his agent.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook is still trying to be in with the likes of like the James Harden, the LeBron James. So it's all about leverage at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his agent really realistically they had differences on where Russ was as a max player. You get what I'm saying? So the numbers from that aspect, they were on different accords. Russ still thinks he's that guy. His agent probably doesn't think that he's that guy, so he's probably not going to fight that hard, you know what I'm saying, as far as representing him to try to get him, max player dollars. You feel what I'm saying? They're already talking about reducing Russ's role. They was talking about it last year, bringing him to bed and everything. So just that alone, you know what I'm saying, is telling the world, like, okay, Russ is in a transition period in his career. We don't think he's worth what he thinks he's worth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the pushback. So it's really all about it's a numbers game right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's really just about leverage. And Russ felt like, the representation wasn't as strong, in previous years moving forward at this point in his career as it was in previous years. So he said, well, I'm going to have to make the best business decision for myself and try to get somebody that's still going to try to fight for me to get max player money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I I just thought about it too, bro. I was like, even if okay, player agent, if I'm with you for 14 years and
Mm-hmm.
we've had a bond bigger than ball, bigger than basketball, we
Mm-hmm.
gonna butt heads sometime. But I just don't. I just the reason why I say is something deeper because even if you say I should, stay with the Lakers, and I say I should go, your job as the agent is to represent me. So at that point, the conversation would pretty much end. I don't see the point that Russell would usually fire, like a person firing somebody after 14, 15 years.
Right.
That's unusual. That just don't happen. I really just think that Russ found something out that the agent was doing behind his back, and he pretty much said to him, like, you know what? Like, I can't, like Bruce said, like, he can't trust nobody. Because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's just like this whole year, even though, like we've been saying, it's been hard on Russ, man. Like, he really, I think mentally, he almost to the point where he says, damn, I can't really trust no one at this point. And now
Right.
I got my agent going behind my back, and these niggas want me leaving the team. Like, you don't know what the Lakers have offered this agent for, them to try to keep Russ in line.
Right.
So,
That is true too. But you know what? Sometimes all good relationships come to an end, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's life. You feel me? So I mean, they were at a difference. You know what I'm saying? And now, I mean, you're seeing the effects of their fallout and the things that they were at torn between. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Russ made a decision. You know what I'm saying? His agent felt a certain type of way about it. And now, you know what I'm saying, both parties just got to move on and find what's best for them, you know what I'm saying, as far as their careers and how they're going to make their money. You get what I'm saying? But the Russ has a lot of endorsement deals and a lot of things working outside of basketball. So um,
yeah.
I don't really think that he's really too pressed on this breakup and this split up. I just think that he feels like it was just this thing. It was just time. You get what I'm saying? It might have been a lot of things behind the scenes where they just was seeing things a little differently. So they said the best thing to do for both parties is to split. You get what I'm saying? Because that's a long time to have representation with an agent.
14
Right.
years.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it had to be it was all building up that led to this breakup. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Russ needs to really just refocus. Like he just really refocus. Don't worry about all the chatter and all the noise. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna get that anyway. Even if you're at the top of your game, it's gonna be it's gonna be media, you know what I'm saying, personnel and different people that's just and fan base that's gonna try to find something, you know what I'm saying, to try to nitpick on to say or discredit why they think that you're not as good as you think that he might be. You feel what I'm saying? So he needs to refocus his energy. He needs to come in with a work type, you know what I'm saying, mindset and say, I'm going to do everything possible there is to make sure that I'm the best player that I can be for the Los Angeles Lakers. And if it's not the Los Angeles Lakers and that time comes where he gets moved or whatever, make sure that you still have that same mind frame going in to another organization. You know what I'm saying? Because your job is to you know what I'm saying? Make sure you play, you know what I'm saying, at a high level. Lead all the younger guys because the game is a young man's game. You're the veteran in the league. Make sure that you lead the young guys, build them up, and try to help a team win, bro. That's what this all boils down to. All of this motherfucking shit that's going on right now, it's a soap opera. Who
Yeah.
cares if he gets traded? Who cares if I'm saying if he plays for the Lakers? Just focus on being the best version of yourself as possible. You have to have that Kobe Bryant mentality, bro. And you see that a lot of players for the Warriors, they don't give a fuck about what motherfuckers say. They hear it, you know what I'm saying? But they put their 10 toes down. They put one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? They lace their sneakers up, you know what I'm saying? And they put
Yeah.
work in, bro, and that shit reflects because guess what? They just won a championship after a 2-year hiatus. You know what I'm saying? They got healthy, got all their players. You know what I'm saying? They signed they had G League players and players that nobody thought that was going to be real impactful in helping them win this championship. But everybody played an intricate part to winning this championship, bro, because you know why? They put 10 toes down and they focused on the job and the task at hand. Period.
Yeah.
That's what this
Yeah.
shit is about, bro. Suit them up, go play basketball, bro. Fuck all the shit behind the scenes, because that's some shit you can't control, but you can
Nah.
control how well and how much effort you give every night. Feel me?
Yeah, that's something that Westbrook can do better than anybody. Just give effort. I I think so. Let me ask you this, because Bruce just brought it up. Bro, by the way, this is my man Bruce E. It's my man E Bruce.
Salute, Bruce. Appreciate you.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So Bruce just brought up a point that
Mhm.
if Steph wins another championship, that
Mhm.
pretty much debunks LeBron in that GOAT debate. Because as now what happens is, because there's already a talk about who's the best player in this decade
Right.
between Steph and LeBron. They
Mhm.
both got 4 rings at this point.
Right.
So what impact would that give Steph if he ends up with 5 to LeBron's 4? Because the way it's looking right now, I'm banking more on Steph winning his 5th ring than LeBron winning his 5th ring.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we can honestly sit here and say, because if it's already a conversation right now, just imagine what more accolades he can add on next year. Let's just say he gets a regular season MVP and then gets a finals MVP in the same season. Or let's just say he gets another finals MVP, makes an all-star game and all this other stuff, and you get the first all, you know what I'm saying, first all NBA team. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to really start talking about, okay, Jordan, Kobe, and this is just my opinion where I rank them. Jordan, Kobe, Jordan 1A, 1A, Kobe 1B, Curry, you know what I'm saying, Magic, and then so on and so forth, however people got their list, you know what I'm saying? So because think about it. Curry has beaten LeBron in the finals. You know what I'm saying? He has more head-to-head matchup wins in the finals over LeBron. You get what I'm saying? I know LeBron has more MVPs or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what about the head-to-head matchup? That counts. And we can't sit here and try to discredit motherfuckers' championships. Oh, yeah, the super team. Oh, Kevin Durant. Whoa. But if LeBron is so-called the best player, why he couldn't dethrone Kevin Durant? Why you couldn't dethrone them guys? Because it was really evenly matched up, because Cleveland had one of the best defenses. Cleveland had players to, you know what I'm saying, counter each player, to cancel out each player on the Warriors. Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, defenders. You know what I'm saying? They had Kyle Korver, who was a deadly knockdown shooter. Kevin Love. You can honestly sit there and say Kevin Love and Draymond Green cancel each other out. We know Kevin Love can, you know what I'm saying, shoot better. We know he can put up better numbers as far as like offensively. You know what I'm saying? And then they had defenders and rebounders. And then you had LeBron. If LeBron is this great motherfucking, he's supposed to be better than Jordan, which we hear people, you know what I'm saying, come out and say stupid shit like that. Then if you are that, then that means that Kevin Durant is still your little brother. You should be able to lock Kevin Durant down. You see what I'm saying? You're bigger, you're stronger, you're faster. Kevin Durant is more skilled offensively, right? But if you're that guy, you're supposed to take onus and say, I got Kevin Durant for the whole game, and I'm going to shut him down. Because you know why? LeBron is just that good where he's going to get his numbers anyway. So now take pride in playing defense. You know what I'm saying? You can kill the whole, you know what I'm saying? You can kill the whole argument right there. But the simple fact that you let KD come in and show you what was really happening. See, this wasn't no Miami squad. This wasn't that Miami team that KD went up against in OKC when James Harden, you know what I'm saying, didn't show up. You feel what I'm saying? Because Westbrook and KD showed up in those finals. You feel me? And then we know how the rest play. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those games down the stretch. But you know what I'm saying? It's a different team. KD a little bit more experienced, and then he's teaming up with all these other great players. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're LeBron James, just like, I'm the man. Nigga, what you mean? I don't give a fuck about KD, nigga. What? We finna run.
That's what's really crazy. That's what's really crazy, bro. Like, and I don't want to get on too much on, but what I say is basically like, he's the only dude that they face when he faces a team that he gets to pass for losing championships. Like, you look at what Kobe did. Look at what Kobe did in 2010.
Right.
No one ever brings this up. How he beat 4 Hall of Famers.
Uh-huh.
We talking about KG, talking about Paul Pierce, talking about Ray Allen, talking about Rajon Rondo. That team was pretty much a super team.
Right.
But does he get credit? And Pau Gasol is not even a top 75 player. As great as Pau Gasol was at the second option,
Right.
dude, Pau Gasol, y'all, you remember this, E? Pau Gasol was looked at as being a skilled but very soft.
Very soft.
And the person that toughened him up to get him prepared was Kobe Bryant. He does not get credit for that. This is why I'm gonna cook Kendrick Perkins tomorrow.
Derek Fisher was old, bro. He was already Derek Fisher was done. Let's just keep it 100. And Derek Fisher was the starting point guard. And then you had Jordan Farmar coming off the bench. And then you had Sasha Vujacic backing up motherfucking Kobe. Sasha Vujacic, bro. Josh Powell. Like you have to look at the roster that Kobe won with back-to-back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they just really just overlook like Kobe, then they throw numbers, and I'm like, are you weak? But you have to look at the eye test, bro. What did you see? What was the mentality like? You know what I'm saying? Because to win with that roster against a team like Boston, bro, who was superior and one of the best defenses in the league for like 3 or 4 years that they were together, nigga, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was difficult for him to do that. Like, and you can say he's game 7. Oh, he shot in the 37%. But you have to look at how he impacted the game in other areas.
Bro,
he had all about LeBron, though. See, that's what I'm saying. See, LeBron put up all these numbers. I got 40. I got 20 rebounds. I got motherfucking 17 assists. But I lost by 15. So what you really doing, bro? You just you just padding stats.
Padding.
It looks good.
Padding. And
it looks
what
good,
they don't,
it's not effective.
They don't understand, bro. When we said this earlier today, these analysts, people don't watch the games. They don't even bring up the fact that Kobe had 15 rebounds that game. The fact that he was guarding Ray Allen that whole game,
that nigga around,
shutting him down, and he was playing with two torn fingers and a bum knee. Just by that alone, bro, like that takes away from your efficiency. I don't care if he shoots 6 for 24 from the field, bro. He's doing other things to impact the game.
Right.
So
that's probably not going to show up in the stat sheet.
Right.
See, when you're that good, bro, your shit not really going to reflect numbers in the stat sheet. And I'm going to make an example. I'm not comparing the two, but Draymond Green, the shit that he does for the Warriors, bro, it doesn't always look good in the box score. But the shit that he do for them, bro, is priceless, bro. And you need players like that to affect winning, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the Warriors wouldn't be great. None of those three will be great without each other. We know what record they have when all three of them are together. They're pretty much unbeatable. But if you take Clay out, we seen what happened when he wasn't there last year. They didn't even make a play-in. You know what I'm saying? We seen what happened when motherfucking Steph is not out. When Steph is out and then you just got Clay, you know what I'm saying, and Draymond and them, and you know what I'm saying? It's still the inconsistencies. So that's why I say every great player needs other great players alongside of them. But the thing with the Warriors, they built it organically. Nobody knew Clay was going to be who he is right now. Nobody knew Steph was going to have a career and be the player he is right now. And nobody knew Draymond was going to be as impactful as he is. You know what I'm saying, to the ball club. So it's just like when you cooking like a steak or some chicken or something. You need all the right seasonings for your shit to taste good, bro.
Right.
You know if you take one of those seasonings out that you normally you know what I'm saying, put on all your meats, it's gonna taste a little different. It's not the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when people say, oh, he can't, what do you do without Clay? What do you do without this? Bro, that's not the way the team was built. Do you think Jordan will have 6 championships without Scottie Pippen? Let's just be honest.
Nah.
Come on, bro.
Dennis Rodman, that second 3-peat. Right. Everybody plays their part on the team.
Plays their part, bro.
Okay. My man Bubba, what's good, man?
Salute,
brother. What's good? What's going on? What's up with your take on this, man?
So what you want me to start? You want me to start with the LeBron thing? I mean,
Nah,
I like
let's
Bruce
start
said,
with the
I don't.
Westbrook. Let's start with the
Okay,
Westbrook.
okay. With the Westbrook situation, I'll say we don't really know too much detail about it, but it's you can't just fire somebody who you've been working together with for 14, 15 years over him saying, "Oh, it would be better if you stay with the Lakers." There should have been something that went into that process that we, as the outsiders, we don't know. So, but I'll just say relationships come to an end sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he feels like he's embarking on a new chapter of his career, and he needs to get with a different agent that can possibly get him a max contract. So I mean, I'm not really. It's not really. It shouldn't really be a problem. But the thing I'm only worried about Russell Westbrook is that I want him to come back stronger than he did last season. He had a very bad season last season in terms of he didn't have a good season. Let's just be honest. However, if he played bad or whatever, he didn't have a bad. He had a bad season. So I just want him to come back strong. You know what I'm saying? Turn his weaknesses into make it into strength. Not just be great, but just be a little bit decent. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the fans screaming and yelling. Don't shoot when you're at the 3-point line, when you're open. You know what I'm saying? If you're open, you should at least make some of your shots, because if you think about it, they came up with the stat that Russell Westbrook was shooting like below 30% from 10 feet from the basket, which is so fucking horrendous. As an NBA player, you should be making a lot of those shots, from 10 feet from the basket, 15 feet from the basket, whatever the case may be. So I just want him to come back stronger, have a better season, and potentially, get the max contract that he's looking for if that's what he really wants.
Yeah. You know what's funny too? Like Westbrook in OKC, I don't know if y'all don't remember, he actually was a pretty solid mid-range shooter.
Bro,
Yes,
that's
he
what I
was.
said the last
And
time.
3-point shooter. He was, in
And
my opinion.
yeah, he was a
Yeah.
solid shooter. And like, that's why I was talking to my homeboy about this. We were talking about this, rapping about this during the season.
Mhm.
And he told me, and it kind of made sense. He was like, yo, I think Westbrook, his confidence shot, bro. And I said, what you mean? I said, look how he gathering his feet on his shot. Like, look how his body language when he's catching the ball. Look how he's like jittery as he's shooting. Like this nigga's not. He's usually automatic on that mid range pull up. I remember
Yeah.
watching. I remember
Yeah.
because he used to kill. He used to kill. Teams like the Spurs and stuff like that with that mid range shot. I remember
Mhm.
watching that. But now it's like this nigga can't shoot. Period. It's like he's shook. So I'm like, that was what's weird about it. So it's definitely a mental thing that's going on. And it's a mug playing in LA, man. Like you under all them Laker greats, man. You holding up to them high standards. Even though he's from LA, it's like you still got the weight on the world on your shoulders. They telling you to go home. They tell you not to shoot. They calling you out. Like you hearing this in the newspaper every morning. Like at some point, it's going to catch up to even the toughest person. At some point,
Uh,
Yeah, bro, but I blame him partially for it, because in the preseason and the first 5-10 games, when he was having those bad games, turning the ball over, he was like, I'm supposed to turn it over. I feel like he should have said something like, "Oh, I have to be better. That is so poor. It's so poor for me and the team, so I have to be better next time around. I would definitely fix that." But he was not try to take blame for him missing shots like that, turning the ball over, and a lot of games from bad decisions from Russell Westbrook. And that jump shot, it used to be so pure, like from the mid range. It used to be so pure that it just happened. I'm like, is this Russell Westbrook? Like, what happened to his mid range? I mean, he wasn't as lethal as Kawhi Leonard, but that shot used to be. At least you can rely on that shot.
used to be like literally, and plus his elevation on his shot, it
to
was
be
it was it was usually going in.
Right. It was a reliable shot, but now it's not. It's not reliable anymore.
to be
Yeah,
honest, bro, from my perspective, I think Russ played bad last year intentionally, bro. In my
why are
opinion,
you not? Why have you said the same thing that Big
because
Tone
you know
said? The
why?
same Big
I
Tone said
don't.
the same thing.
Yeah, I don't because I know Russ, bro. Russ plays his heart out. He's not that bad. The way he looked last year, it was hitting the side of the backboard, shooting on the top of the back. He's not that bad, bro. I just think that he was disengaged from the beginning because he was brought in there, but then the whole fucking roster and coaching staff and LeBron, they kind of turned their back on him, and he was used as the scapegoat for when shit didn't go right. Because last year, Russ had some games where he showed you he was Russ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I'm talking about
yeah,
dunking on
Yeah.
yeah.
motherfuckers, getting
He
to
had
the
a
That's
nasty
rim,
dunk on
making
Gobert.
making great basketball decisions. You know what I'm saying? He showed that like at certain points in the season. And that's when I was watching that, I said, yeah, Russ fucking with them, bro. He doing that shit on purpose. Because Russ is always in tip top shape. You'll never say he ain't in shape. He's real durable. Russ, other than that
Yeah,
meniscus injury fucking with Patrick Beverly, Russ has been one of the most durable athletes
facts,
in the game. He plays at
facts,
least 60, 75 games a season. You get what I'm saying? So
facts.
I
yeah.
just think that he needs to really refocus, bro, and kind of block, like I said earlier, and block all the shit out, bro, and just focus on being the best Russ that he can be, bro. Because you know why? That's still serviceable. You know what I'm saying? And it just depends on what coach is going to be good for us. See, like a Popovich, I think Darvin Ham is good for him because he's relatable. He can relate to him. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I just think that Frank Vogel wasn't a good coach, in my opinion. Frank Vogel is a good defensive coach, but Frank Vogel is just not a good coach, and that's just my opinion. I know all the things that he did in Indiana, but when you have high character and high IQ guys, it's sort of easy to be the coach. You get what I'm saying?
But
So
can I
Yeah.
ask you a question though?
yeah.
But what will make Russell Westbrook play so bad, especially in his hometown?
Well, we already know that playing in LA, it's a different type of pressure. You get scrutinized for everything you do right, and you get scrutinized for everything you do wrong because of the media. You know what I'm saying? And the type of media coverage that they get. But I just think that Bron never really had his back. You know, Russ was loyal. Russ was loyal to LeBron and AD, but it just felt like Russ didn't have that support system, bro. LeBron never came out and challenged and told everybody, man, this is my point guard, man. We ain't doing that. Shut this shit down. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be great. I believe in him and all that. But we didn't really get that type of support from a player who supposedly wanted this guy on the squad. You get what I'm saying? So it's just sometimes it's hard to play under that much scrutiny and that much pressure to try to be perfect because nobody's perfect, bro. So now he was pressing everything that Russell was doing. He was pressing. He was like fuck. He was reluctant to shoot shots that he hit in his sleep throughout his whole career. He was turning the ball over because now he know, damn, I gotta be perfect on this pass. They gonna chew me out. They gonna say it's my fault. You feel what I'm saying? And it's hard to play when basketball is just not when it's not fun, bro, and you out there just going through the motions, you're gonna get exactly what we've seen from Russ, bro. We've seen it with some of the best players in the NBA. When they lose that focus mentally, bro, this game is mental, bro. Most of it is mental. Once you lose that focus, bro, you can turn yourself from a great player to a good player, from a good player to a mediocre player, from a mediocre player to just another regular ass player. Period. Confidence, bro. And he lost
Mhm.
that somewhere along the way.
Right. Bruce, what you gotta say about that, man?
I think we're gonna have the same stuff again next year. Except that LeBron is gonna be the all-time leading scorer. That's gonna be the championship. Uh, we're gonna see Westbrook not wanting to be on the team, so we might see. I don't think he's gonna finish the season with the Lakers.
Yeah, I
So
don't think so. I think what's gonna probably happen, y'all, and this is my opinion. I just think it's gonna say, you know what, we're just gonna have to buy him out. I mean, shit, they did to Luol Deng. He just got off the books last year. So it's like, you know what? We can't get a trade. We gotta find a way to start a fresh new slate. If it means biting the bullet and paying you out your contract, then so be it. Right. I mean, at this point.
it's kind of tiring to see every day on every show. First Take, Undisputed, Speak for Yourself. All the shows. I'm watching their videos. Westbrook this. Westbrook did this. Westbrook did that. The leading Westbrook hater is Skip Bayless. The Shannon Sharp is a hater because he loves LeBron so much. Perkins, I thought he played with Westbrook. I don't know why he's talking like this. I'm not a Westbrook fan, but I don't. It's very uncomfortable, very cringy to see blaming all the losses, all the bad plays on Westbrook. I mean, Anthony Davis missed games. He's shooting a free throw and he get hurt. Come on, man.
And
Yeah.
it really irks me that he doesn't get none of the blame because he gets injured.
Yeah, bro. He honestly, man, it's not even about Russ. It's about Russ. It's about Anthony Davis. That's the only way they're gonna go anywhere is with him. Like, I don't know why they so focused on Russ playing. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can play better, be a help, but y'all real issue is Anthony Davis can't be on the court. I think he played like 42 games. At least Russ, at least he's on the court. He played 78. And it's like they roles keep changing, bro. Like I saw it saying Westbrook don't know what his role is. One night he's gonna be the second option. The next night he'll be the third option. The next night they want him to, stand in the corner and shoot. The next night they want him to be his role keeps on changing.
And how many players they brought during the season? There was that guy. What's his
How many
name?
different starting lineups did they have?
My gosh, bro. They brought DJ Augustine back in, bro. Like,
There was the other guy who retired, and he came
Who?
back.
What's the name? Darren Collison.
Yeah,
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
They're in shambles, bro. And that's Bruce made a good point about Westbrook and about him shouldering all the blame and being a scapegoat for everything that every time they lost and every time something went wrong. Like even when he played good, he was still a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Because they blame, oh yeah, 2 turnovers, them 2 turnovers cost him the game, just stupid shit. But you know what I'm saying? This is why I feel like even if they do trade for Kyrie, bro, that's not guaranteed that they're gonna win the championship, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're just adding a great offensive talent. I don't think he has the capability to play better defense um than Russ because Russ's stature and his physicality. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's just gonna come in and provide scoring and provide crossovers and entertainment, and it's gonna look good. But I still think they're gonna lose because guess what? Who's doing all the dirty work? Who's really sacrificing a part of their game to make sure that the team wins? AD not. He got a chip on the shoulder. He got something to prove. He gonna come out, you know what I'm saying, and try to score and dominate on the offensive end, right? You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna have to play defense. He's still gonna have to get back in transition. He's still gonna have to switch on the pick and roll and guard the guards. You know what I'm saying? And
Who,
then what we gonna get from LeBron? What are he doing? He
who's
just
the
trying to
best perimeter defender now?
You said who?
Who's the best perimeter defender now?
We could just Stanley Johnson,
Nick
right? We
Johnson,
obviously
yeah.
sit there and say Stanley Johnson, but I mean, okay, Stanley Johnson, your best defender. Now what? Who else you got?
You need rim protection. Though.
You need rim protection. I mean, they added Damian Jones and they got Thomas Bryant along with a healthy AD. I mean, that's going to shore up, you know what I'm saying, your interior. But at the end of the day, those guys are going to be picked on in the pick and roll. It's a pick and roll game now where they go 5 flat and spread you out. You're not going to be able to have all those bigs on the court at the same time. Is LeBron going to give extra effort on rotations on the weak side? Is he going to help? Is he going to help his teammate and recover back to his man? Is he going to be able to close out on those 3-point shooters? No, he's not. He's not going to give that effort. We seen it last year. He didn't give that effort. But he was helping.
No, and they got so many holes, bro. They got outside shooting is terrible. They ain't got no outside shooting. They don't got really no. They got no perimeter defense outside Stanley Johnson. They signed Lonnie Walker, but they don't really have too many. THC ain't gonna lock up on D. LeBron ain't locking up on D no more. Like he ain't sitting in the chair. Like, and they roles, they don't know their roles, man.
Right.
Like,
and it's a new system. Now these players got to be like, fuck. Now these players are on 1-year deals, right? They're trying to play for contracts, bro. They're trying to get paid. They're trying to get their money on. They don't give a fuck about winning. At least not right now. That's not important to them. You know, these young guys, they trying to
They still
get that
young, bro.
bag, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to look at, okay, we got a new system. You still, Darvin Ham is a rookie head coach. I'm talking about head guy, where he's in control. He's calling all the shots. It's different when you're an assistant and you can be comfortable because none of the pressure is on you. So now you can establish that rapport with the players and shit, and a level of comfortability with the players, because it's not solely your responsibility to make sure that the team gets, you know what I'm saying, straight. You're just providing support for that, for the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Now it's him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to stand in that press box, or I mean, in that coach's box, and call plays and command. You know what I'm saying? What he want or expected from his team. He's gonna have to make crucial play calling and timeout and substitutions. You know what I'm saying? That's a different pressure in itself. You feel me? And then he has an assistant in Rasheed Wallace. We ain't seen Rasheed Wallace in about 8 years, 9 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was coaching high school. Now he's jumping in straight into the fire as an assistant head coach, and we already know the reputation that he got. He has the Boogie Cousins reputation, so we can expect him to probably be going on one, getting technicals. So now you have to add that into the equation. And I'm not saying all this shit, you know what I'm saying, to just down the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Because truly, I'm a Laker guy, but I can't support them because LeBron James isn't invested in winning, bro. Like the chips and shit. I just feel like he don't have the right mentality to be compared to the Jordans and the Kobe's. This shit is bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? I take that shit serious from a competitive standpoint. You know what I'm saying? You can put them numbers up. The shit looks good. It looks great. You know what I'm saying? It's very entertaining. But if you a killer, I need a killer. I want to see motherfuckers that put daggers in people, not motherfuckers who flexing on somebody while they up 40 points and still in the damn game in the fourth quarter and flexing. Nigga,
Right.
that's what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kid shit. Like if say okay, the Lakers, like, bro, I put this video y'all 2 days ago. Bruce and Bubba was on. It was about the reason why the Lakers are struggling. In my opinion, bro, I think it's because how they treated Jerry West.
Exactly. Yeah. Shit went AWOL. Yep.
Ever since they treated Jerry West, revoking the man's tickets, ever since they, you know what I'm saying, made that text to him towards his wife, and how Jerry West came out and said, you know what I mean, like they disrespected him, treated like a piece of trash, bro. Like Jerry West, people don't understand. He's responsible for 11 out of 17 of their championships. If you talk about bringing in Shaquille O'Neal from Orlando, bringing in Kobe as a rookie, trade-wise from Charlotte, the Pau Gasol trade, bringing him from Memphis, him winning a champion, bro, altogether that's 11 championships. And without him, there's really no Laker franchise. People say who's the best, the greatest Laker. I mean, of course you could say Kobe or Magic. You could flip a coin. But if I'm gonna be honest, bro, like if we talking about everything in totality, bro, it's Jerry West. It's him as a player, him as an executive, him as the logo. Like it's Jerry West. And I think once they let him out of the organization, like the Lakers, they don't know what they're doing. Like, and every team that Jerry West goes to, look at the teams he's been to.
The Warriors
Lakers
aren't the Warriors without
Warriors. Exactly. Lakers, Warriors, Grizzlies. That was probably their best team with Grindhouse. They beat the Spurs when they were in their prime. They now he's with the Clippers, bro. Look at the Clippers now.
Yeah. And the Clippers are right there. They just can't. It's unfortunate. They just can't stay healthy at the same time. That's the only thing that's really depriving them from being the face of the NBA. I don't know if the NBA is actually ready for the Clippers in LA to be the face of the NBA. I don't think that they're ready, because you know the NBA already got who they want to market, who they want to put out there. You know what I'm saying? And certain shit happens coincidentally to make sure that team is on top. You feel me?
But the Warriors were bad for so long, and they became the face of the NBA.
And they became the face, yeah. But the Warriors were a franchise who had won championships previously in their, you know what I'm saying, history. You know what I'm saying? They had Hall of Famers pass through there. They were at a point, you know what I'm saying, they had won championships already. You know what I'm saying? So,
but the Bulls didn't win championships too. I mean, you just need one great player, and then your franchise changes.
and your franchise changed. Yep.
Wait,
Yeah.
And that's what I'm waiting for with the Clippers, bro. Like, I'm waiting for them to just bring one chip in, bro. They got the new arena coming in Inglewood. This is the perfect time for them to get a chip. And once they get a chip, then I think a lot of stuff's going to change because it's always going to be a Laker town in LA. I ain't worried about that. I'm talking about if they win on this new era, bro. The way the Clippers are looking, bro. Like, I think they would have to kind of involve them into the face of the league.
I'm sorry. I might be wrong, and people are gonna say whatever. But if Clippers win like 2-3 championships, I don't know if it's gonna be a Lakers town. I mean, all the Lakers fans gonna get old. All the new teams, all the new kids, they're gonna see Clippers winning something. So
I mean, you could say that because another thing too, the Clippers been better than the Lakers the last 10 years. They've been. I think they records like 39-7 against them. Like, it ain't like the 2000s when they had Kobe and Shaq. Like, when they used to just beat up on the Clippers. Like, now it's the other way around. And yeah, it is what it is. So, but man, any last things, man, before we shut the live down, man? Appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Oh, for sure. This is a good stream, bro. Good live.
free Westbrook.
For real.
Yeah, Westbrook is in captivity right now, bro. I feel like Westbrook they got Westbrook on some Brittany Griner shit right now, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, I think the same thing too.
The guy is getting bullied every day, blaming
Every
on him
day, bro.
all the
I
time.
just made a video on that same shit. We talk about this shit every day. I'm like, this shit is so exhausting, bro. Because you know why? The media run out of shit to not talk about. They're just running out of narratives to push, so they have to say something. That's why they out here giving them outlandish ass takes and shit on TV, saying stupid shit. AD gonna be MVP this season. Steph better than Kobe. Steph is his prime is
Oh my
10
God.
more years, 8 to 12 more years in the league. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like, what? Shut up.
I watched the game last year. LeBron played bad. I'm sorry. LeBron played bad. He was only scoring points when the team is down 20, 30, and he's scoring points.
And he's still in the game. I thought if you're getting older, right, isn't it about preserving your body? Why are you in the game when you're up 30 or you're down 30 with 4 minutes left? You're not coming back, bruh.
Gotta get some stats, bruh. He gotta get them numbers, bruh. He gotta get that scoring title before he leave the Lakers, bruh. That's gonna be his championship.
Whoop-de-doo. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all he gonna have. That's all he gonna have to hang over everybody. I'm the number one scorer in NBA history. Okay, and what you want, a cookie?
Yeah. Where your chips at, nigga? Where's your, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
This is not. I'm glad I ain't from this era, bruh. I'm glad I'm not.
All those great players could have stayed in the game up 30, up 20. I've seen Kobe go up, didn't play the fourth quarter. Mike didn't play the fourth quarter. They could have passed Makarim years ago.
Start over.
Bro.
Yeah.
Kobe went out. I remember when he played the Mavs, bro. This man went out in the third quarter.
3 quarters.
And then he came the next game he had 81 against the Raptors, bro.
Crazy. But the cold part about it, nigga, Kobe could have easily scored 100 in his career, bro, in a game. Think about that.
That's tough, bro.
That's how great
that was probably, in my opinion, the most physical era of all time, bro. Like, because think about it. Them games was ending like at 70, 72 points. So that means the paint was the interior defense was so tough. Like you want, like they were pulling up mid-range shots. Why people kill me with this percentage? Oh, Kobe shot 46%. Nigga, if you knew the type of defense they were playing at that time, bro, 46% is like 52, 53% now.
Right. Yeah. That's fact.
The lane is wide open now.
You pretty much can just walk to the lane uncontested. They don't even. There's no resistance. I'm talking about where nobody touches you. Nothing.
If
Right.
he touches you, 50 minutes on video, looking at the video for a flagrant foul. So.
Period. Period.
Bro, nobody play D.
Right.
No one plays D no more, bro.
Nobody plays D, bro, at all. That's facts. Fucking facts.
Man. But y'all come on tomorrow if y'all can, man. I'm gonna be cooking Kendrick Perkins for that stupid ass take he made tomorrow. So y'all free to come in if y'all want to.
You're gonna carry on tomorrow? You're gonna carry on?
After I'm through with that nigga, I'm gonna be definitely carrying on.
Make sure y'all go check my the last video I made out, bro. On my real easy. You know what I'm saying? Where I just talked about the Westbrook, just talked about this whole Brooklyn media and Lakers shit going on right now. So
hold on, let me put you in the comments, bro. Make sure that everybody can go follow you. Real Easy. You know what I mean? I'm putting you right now.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate you, bro. I still need to get this StreamYard shit. Bro, I'm so computer illiterate. That's what happened when you old school, bro.
I told you hit me through my I emailed you, bro. I got you if you need help, cause what's his name? T Price helped me with mine.
Oh yeah, T Price was saying he was helping me, trying to help me with my shit. Okay, we'll link up and you can just try to walk me through it.
All right, bit.
Yeah, man, I'm out, y'all, man. Salute.
All
You know what I'm
right,
saying? The Pull Up
later.
Basketball Podcast, y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and donate. You know what I'm saying? If you can. Support Black media, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? And BJ, he real solid guy. You know what I'm saying? Basketball knowledgeable. You feel me? And along with Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Bruce, too.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? For your basketball acumen, bro. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man.
All right, bro. Love.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. All right, Bruce.
Later. All right.
All right, man. See y'all tomorrow. All right, Bubba. All right, y'all. That concludes the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Continue to follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, donate if y'all can. Cash App, any amount is eligible. Also, as well, you know what I'm saying? Follow my guy, Real Eleazy, man. Y'all see it in the comment. I put it right there in the post. The Real Eleazy. That's his YouTube page. You know what I mean? Great content, great information. Very, very entertaining, very funny, hilarious guy. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to follow, man. Continue to support. And anybody wants to come on the streams, man, definitely can come on the streams and talk with me and talk with the people. I guess my man Jay Furr. Peace out, brother. Hope y'all enjoyed today's stream, but we'll be back tomorrow cooking Kendrick Perkins for his take. So I hope to see y'all, later on tomorrow. And with that, we respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, put a live. Peace. I like swimwear.